Okay, pack your bags. We are heading to Alexandria. Let's dive straight into it, shall we? Starting off with yard work, kill all walkers in the area. This is a kill all walkers mission. Our star hero is Carol. Guardian Carol does not count. It's just Carol. I've not got her anywhere near to a usable standard, so I'm not worrying about the additional stars that you can get. And I'm bringing Alpha because my daily challenge is to get a set amount of kills with Alpha. And of course, that is a way to earn seasonal event tokens. You want to get at least 610 challenge stars in the weekly challenge. That's the maximum number that earns you weekly challenge seasonal event stars. And the distance with the reward booster, daily events, all of those kinds of things. It does tell you in the news how to actually acquire everything from the seasonal event without having to spend any actual money. But yeah, one of them is to keep an eye on those daily events where it rewards the tokens for the seasonal event and just complete them. It's usually nothing too challenging. Okay, so that was just kill all walkers. You saw what we had there. At the start, you've got a tank nearby. You've got some regular walkers. It's nothing too daunting, but obviously the challenge increases as you go up through the levels. Backlot, find the loot and get out again. Okay, let's bring everybody's favourite pizza boy. It's just an excuse to use Glenn, basically, so let's do that. What do we got? Oh, yes, I know this mission. So we've got a threat counter, so making noise brings more of the bad guys along, but I've also got Glenn with the sawtooth blade that reduces threats. Yeah, as soon as you find what you're looking for, more walkers appear, so that's worth bearing in mind. They appear from the top right. When you start searching those boxes, you might get lucky. You might actually uncover what you need just by searching those first three boxes. Don't have people back at the top right ready to get jumped, because that's never a good look. Otherwise, what you see on screen is pretty much what you've got. It's a tank, it's a couple of standard walkers. They might be hard to see in that, if they're around that corner, so you've got to watch out for them, but just slow and steady. If you've got anything to reduce the threat, even better. Nothing too challenging there. Oh, and I should really check the reward conditions. Complete mission, no struggle, no injury. Okay, so there's no time limit on these ones. I think most people are pretty happy to hear that. Last week was the 11C challenge, with missions themed around the very last episodes of the last season of the show. And it had a mixed response. I wouldn't be too surprised if there were actually some people out there who were very glad. Maybe they wanted the extra challenge. For a lot of people, it sapped the fun out of the game just a little bit, because it was very challenging. People like to be able to approach missions how they want to approach them. If they want to use patience and take their time, they just want to be able to do that. Obviously, when you have a time limit, that kind of robs them of the opportunity to do that. We're just whizzing through these. Nothing too challenging. Yes, you've got a threat counter, so I'd be mindful of that. Either bring maximum firepower and fight your way through before the threat counter hits 0 before those walker reinforcements come in, or go stealthy and silent. Of course, star hero is Carol. I use her so little, I'm not really familiar with her leadership trait, but I think it benefits mostly. Hey, Io. Close combat characters, melee characters. Io's just joined us to with some tactical advice. Okay, what's next? Big boss man, kill the big walker and its entourage. Now, does this mission have a bit of a surprise? If I recall, I think it does. Yeah. What is it now? When we've killed everything that starts on the screen, I think we get the pleasure of some additional company. Is that how it works? Am I remembering it correctly? Yeah, you kill the boss walker, and some people come to kind of like get their revenge. You've got to kill everything to win. There's no time limit, so you can be patient. And there are some hidey little corners, so let them come to you. You're going to have to be able to take out a tank and some regular walkers pretty quickly, or they're going to get the better of you. So bring a top tier team so that that's not too much of a challenge. Okay. Moving up through the ranks. Plenty of rewards, plenty of seasonal event tokens. That's exactly what we like to see. Gate crashing, open the gate crashing. Open the gate and get into Alexandria. Don't know why that felt like a tongue twister. Let's keep you, because one of our weekly challenges is to complete 4 missions with an assault. You are an assault. So, this is another one where Glenn can come in handy. He can actually crank that handle twice per turn. Of course, it might depend on how confident you are to deal with what pops up every time that you move that handle. There's a threat counter, which you can see. We're going to bring plenty of reinforcements in. I'm just trolling them at this point. I'm just deliberately making loads and loads of noise. Whoops. One thing that you can do, of course, Yumiko is a good leader, because even if everybody has used all of their actions, they will turn and shoot every time a team member turns and shoots, because that's what having Yumiko as your leader does. That's what a leadership trait is. Okay. So just smash through and open that gate as quickly as you possibly can, or take your time, move it one step, wait for the reinforcements to come in, take care of them, and then do the next one. Definitely having something that, having a silent way to kill the enemies or reduce the threat once it starts getting to a challenging difficulty, that might be advisable. Loot the boxes and get out. Okay, we don't need to bring an assault anymore. Glenn, my man, you are part of the team again. This is a weird team. I don't know why this seems weird. Yumiko, Glenn, Alpha, I don't know. That just seems odd to me. Okay, so we can see that these boxes are glowing red. What does that mean? that means that they are booby trapped. So what we might want to do is just make sure that we're at the start of the turn. Everyone has their charge points before we open that box. Again, having Glenn kind of works pretty well because he still has a full action after he searches the boxes. I mean, if you couldn't potentially deal with that armored walker, you could just run away. I like giving him the Sawtooth Blade because it means that when he gets a kill, it reduces threat as well. But yeah, I would definitely think about if you're struggling with this one, bring Glenn, maybe bring a bruiser. Once you've opened those boxes, have somebody who can actually take a bit of a hit. That might help if you're struggling. Again, loads and loads of rewards, loads and loads of tokens. How many missions have we done now? In all the excitement, I kind of lost track. Kill all walkers in the area. We are back to the start. So that's everything that we've got in the way of Alexandria. A lot of these missions could benefit from having Glenn along. There's threat counters ahoy, so having silent weapons or those that reduce threat if you have availability to those, it's not a bad idea. And well, I think that this set is just a bit more gentle than last week. So if you're struggling last week, maybe you'll do a bit better this week. If you do need a hand with anything in particular, please do say, and I or somebody else from the community will help. And as ever, thank you for watching.